How does a celebrated national hero become one of the most infamous figures associated with the Holocaust? And what happens when someone accused of participating in mass atrocities escapes justice for decades? This is the story of Herbert's Cukurs, a Latvian aviator who became internationally known before World War II and later served as deputy commander of the Araj Commando, a collaborationist unit implicated in the mass murder of Latvian Jews during the Holocaust. Survivor testimony and historical research have linked him to numerous atrocities, although he never stood trial in a court of law. 20 years after the war, Israeli intelligence tracked Cukurs to South America. Rather than facing a courtroom, his life ended during a covert Mossad operation in Uruguay in 1965. This documentary examines his rise, his alleged crimes, his escape, the intelligence operation that located him, and the historical debate surrounding the decision to kill him instead of bringing him to trial. Before World War II, Herbert's Cukurs was celebrated in Latvia as a pioneering aviator. He designed aircraft, completed long-distance flights across Europe, Africa, and Asia, and received national honors. Many Latvians viewed him as a national hero. No one imagined that within a decade, his name would become associated with some of the worst crimes committed during the Holocaust. Germany invaded the Soviet Union in June 1941. Latvia quickly fell under German occupation. The Holocaust in Latvia unfolded with devastating speed. The Araj Commando, a Latvian auxiliary unit that collaborated with Nazi Germany, played a major role in the persecution and killing of Jews. Historical evidence and survivor testimony identify Cukurs as the unit's deputy commander and describe his involvement in violence against civilians. Although he was never convicted in court, historians generally regard him as a significant participant in these crimes. As the war ended, many Nazi officials and collaborators fled Europe. Cukurs eventually settled in Brazil under his real name, operating aviation and tourism-related businesses rather than living under a false identity. Public accusations by Holocaust survivors later damaged his reputation and business, but no criminal trial took place. Following the capture of Adolf Eichmann in Argentina in 1960, Israeli intelligence continued investigating other suspected Nazi perpetrators. One Mossad operative, using the alias Anton Kunstler, gradually gained Cukurs's confidence by posing as a businessman interested in investing in an aviation venture. Over months of contact, the operative persuaded Cukurs to travel from Brazil to Uruguay to inspect a supposed business opportunity. On February 23, 1965, Cukurs arrived at a rented house near Montevideo. According to later accounts by participants and historians, a Mossad team confronted him there. He resisted, a struggle followed, and he was killed. His body was later discovered inside a trunk, together with documents outlining accusations regarding his role in Holocaust crimes and a message signed by a group identifying itself as those who will never forget. One of the enduring historical questions is why Cukurs was not captured and tried, as Adolf Eichmann had been. Historians have proposed several explanations, including operational difficulties, legal and diplomatic considerations, and a desire to send a message that suspected perpetrators of Holocaust crimes could still be pursued decades later. Some accounts also suggest the operation was intended to draw international attention to the issue of prosecuting Nazi crimes. Legal scholars and historians continue to debate the ethics of targeted killings versus judicial proceedings. Many argue that public trials create a fuller historical record and allow evidence to be tested openly in court. The story of Herbert's Cukurs remains one of the most controversial episodes in the history of post-war efforts to pursue suspected Holocaust perpetrators. It raises difficult questions about justice, accountability, intelligence operations, and the limits of international law. What is not disputed is the immense human suffering inflicted during the Holocaust in Latvia and across Europe. The search for accountability continued long after the guns of World War II fell silent, shaping international efforts to investigate war crimes and crimes against humanity. Thank you for watching. If you found this historical documentary informative, consider subscribing for more evidence-based documentaries on World War II, intelligence history, and international affairs.